Hello, everybody. Good morning. Welcome back to the J Lounge. Of course, you guys know I am your hostess with the mostest, Miss J, aka Miss Simone Jackson, here to bring you guys another great episode of the J Lounge. Of course, everyone knows out there the J Lounge is a celebrity podcast show where we talk with singers, actors, directors, you name it. They all come down and they all have a wonderful time. I am very excited to be speaking with my next guest. He is a rising music artist. He is here to talk about his passion and who he is as a music artist. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to Harris Mamandu. Hi, Harris.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Wonderful, wonderful. I am super excited to be speaking with you today. I'm really glad I got you down here, and I can't wait for you to share your story with my audience. I'm gonna go ahead and fire the first question at you. What began your passion for music?
Basically, my passion for music started when I was little, when I was a kid. Growing up in a family where music was always played around the house. So I was a lover of music, even though some people saw that I understood it a little bit too too well. I loved it too much. But growing up, once I moved to Europe, Ireland, I hit a rough patch. And then I remembered something I used to do when I was little. I used to write stories. I'd never been in the bridge of depression or any of that type of thing before. I've seen it before, but I never thought it was me. So I decided instead of going down the lane of depression, I decided to do what I used to do when I was little, is write stories, just make up stories. And that used to heal me somehow. I'm not sure how I remember that, but I went home and instead of doing something negative, I went home and I put the pen to paper and I said, just write a story and see how it goes. And then I said, you know what? You're a music head. You love music so much. All your friends always come around you, say, how is this rap? Which one's better? Which music's better? So I'm like, you know what? Why don't you just write a rap? You good at it. I'm like, really? I'm good at it. I never written a rap before or anything like that. The only thing I done was try to do Gangsta's Paradise like Coolio and Snoop Dogg did when I was little.
Classic, classic.
So the classic one. So I said, you know what? You got nothing to lose. This is for therapy. And then I started writing. As soon as I started writing, I completely forgot why I was depressed once I finished writing this verse that I later found out was like five verses because I didn't know how to count music. So, so I started practicing it. I'm like, you know what, you got something here. And then I said, okay, I will show somebody. And one of my elder sister was in the house. I said, okay, she's not going to be biased. If this is crap, she will tell me straight away. So
Yeah.
I kind of went to her. I'm a really shy person to start with, not now anymore, but back then. And then I started doing this rap thing for her, and she's looking at me in some kind of way of like, okay, so am I good or am I crap? Should I
Right.
stop this or should I continue? I felt there was something there. And she looked at me
Wow.
and she clapped. She's like, this is really good. I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure you're not just slagging me? In Ireland, I live in the Republic of Ireland. We call it slagging when you're trying to mock somebody. So
Yeah.
she said, "Yeah, this is really good. I think you should do more." I'm like, "Okay, good." So I got the confidence and I went to some of my friends. They had a studio. I used to always help them rate their songs. And I said, "I got a surprise for you." I was in the studio with them, like just throwing a beat. And then he was playing some kind of rhythm like that one. And then I went
Oh,
on there and
okay.
I started rapping. And that's how it all started. And I'm like, "You're really good, dude." So they made me join them anyways. So that was my journey in 2002, a long time ago.
Gotcha. Oh, wow. That's amazing. That is amazing. I'm glad you found a way out of depression. I'm glad you found a way out of that hole. I'm glad you found creativity um, to be your outlet. I think that's
Yeah.
awesome. I
It was
really do.
magical. It was
Yeah.
magical, and I still do that now. I advise people because I'm a guide. I'm a meditation coach as well on the side, so I help. After helping myself out, I
Mhm.
realize sometimes you have the answers. Not that you have the answers. There are answers you have that may help other people if they ask you. So that has happened to me. I realized that I was sort of like a guide in a way. So
Mhm.
I would always guide people towards that, write, meditate, or just say what put it on paper and see how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Going on to my next question, um, name three influence who name three people who influenced your career.
All right. I growing up, I always gravitated towards well, liberators. I don't know how to call them. Maybe some would say freedom fighters or so. But I gravitated towards that. I gravitated towards Mandela. I gravitated towards Bob Marley. I
Ooh,
gravitated
good
towards
choice.
what's his name? He's one of the biggest legends we have in Africa. He's the originator of Afro beats. It was like his style. Nobody else was doing Afrobeat, just him. Fela Anikulapo Kuti, one of our greatest legends, and he was a freedom fighter as well. So he was my greatest one growing up. It was many people's greatest one because he was kind of like a government in himself and giving to
Uh-huh.
the poor. So um, those people, and then later on in my teen, I gravitated towards Tupac. Many people did.
Of course. Of course.
the, the hip hop place. So those are my big ones, and then one more, whom I kind of call my one of my fathers. I did connect with him before he passed on. He's another African legend. He's a reggae legend called Majek Fashek from Nigeria. So
Oh,
I
wow.
connected with him as well. He was also uh, that kind of like freedom fighter type of thing. Close with Bob Marley's family back then. So those are my mentors, if you say people I was
Yes.
looking to say. I love the way they live their life. I love the things they're doing in the world. I would borrow from that. I would
Yeah.
take some ideas
They're
from there.
timeless. They're just
Yeah,
timeless. Within 30 to 40 years from now, people will still talk about Bob Marley's music and impact. They'll still talk about Tupac's music and impact. So, you
100%.
you got great influences. Like I said, Tupac, just one of the godfathers of rap, and he changed the game and he changed the sound, and it was, yeah. And same with Bob Marley. I mean, there's still to this day in 2025, there is no artist like Bob Marley, which is sad because I feel
Yeah,
like that's what is needed now, especially in today's climate.
100%.
But yeah, those are good influences. Those are really good choices.
Yeah,
Um,
so they have their own uniqueness, and it's really the people behind the the mystery of the name Tupac, the guy behind Tupac, the real human being, how he lived his life, how he, the freedom fighting side of things, the equality side of things, the justice side, the compassion side of things, the love side of things, the peace side of things.
mhm.
Those are the things that really admired me about these legends.
Yeah,
Bob Marley did the same. Fela did the same in Nigeria. Majek did the same. So, yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Going on to the next question here is describe your sound. What is your sound musically? What would you say?
When I, after I was in a rap group starting off, and then after we finished up with the episode of the rap group, I think that took maybe 5 or something years. I connected with my sister. I mean, I started with hip hop, rap and mix a little bit of dancehall or R&B into it. And when my sister came in, we formed a duo, and she had such a magnificent voice. So we started a style that we wanted to call rhythm and soul, or we called rhythm and soul whenever we performed, because of the way she had the soul and I had the rhythm and the raps. So that was the mixture. That's the thing we created. But if generally you're looking at my style, I go from hip hop, R&B, soul, and now Afrobeat because I am from Nigeria, so it's easy for me to just connect and do that type of piece of beautiful, beautiful, beautiful music that is coming out of Africa.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And I'm glad to see more music and more beats coming from Africa because it is just beautiful. It is just a beautiful thing, I personally have to say. So I love all that.
Yeah.
Going on to the next question, Harris. For first time listeners of your music, what song would you suggest they listen to really understand you as a music artist?
I would well, I would like to go for two if you don't mind. So,
No, not at all. Not at all.
because they got two different styles. One of them is my rap thing, and I just love the song years ago, but the song never gets old. Tales, it's called Tales. Look it up on YouTube. Stage name is Stone Jezreel, StoneJezreel. So you can look us up on YouTube, but everywhere else, Spotify, look for Tales and listen to that song. It has such a great gravity into it. And then the second one will be Fine Girl, because that the Tales is really hip hop and rap, and has that soul thing. My sister is serenading the whole choruses and ad libs and everything. But Fine Girl is a different one. That is one that I was just singing throughout, and it was just me, my voice, and it was it's an Afrobeat song, a really really dance and clubby jam that is a beautiful a mix of cultures in it as well, because I'm putting Nigerian, I put in Edo State, my cultural attires in the video and the wedding, things like that. So I would ask them to listen to that one as well. That one is more current, just only 2 years ago. Yeah, so those two songs.
Love it. Love, and I highly encourage my audience, make sure you go stream those songs to really understand Harris as a music artist. We want to hear more of him. We want to see more of his music. So make sure you guys go up and stream those songs. Going on to the next question, Harris, I want to make sure my audience follows you and your work. Where are you on social media and music platforms?
Okay, so definitely TikTok, Instagram. Uh, Give me a second there. My apologies. I
Oh,
had a
you're
phone call from my, as you said, social media. I just got a call from my social media guru.
always. They're always listening. Social media is always listening. This is proof. This is proof. I got proof.
Straight away, social media. Yeah, I'm right here. Social media. They're talking about me. So, so, so basically, yes, we're on IG, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. On Facebook, I'm there as Stone Jezreel, and I'm also there as Harris Momodu, because Harris Momodu as the name of my passport. So they'll say government name. Basically, because I do meditative coaching and I guide people. I keep that side, so I have clients and people that I cater for using Harris model. While my music one, Stone Jezreel, has been there for ages. It's also there on X, TikTok. What else? What else? Spotify,
Yep,
iTunes.
yep.
Songs are everywhere. So just look for Stone Jezreel or Stone and Jezreel.
And of course, I highly encourage my audience, make sure you follow Harris on all social media platforms as well as music platforms. Again, stream the music, follow, give a like, give a shout out. Again, we want to see more of Harris's music, so make sure you guys do so. All right, going on to the next question. What future projects are you currently working on right now, Harris, that you can give a little dish about to the J Lounge audience?
At the moment, I just released. I released. Well, I'm just releasing a couple of singles as we go ahead. I have many songs within my catalogs, and I just want to release them because I have more songs to write and create and get done so that the world can hear it. So that's really what I'm doing. I'm just working on my songs and the back end things of that side. But there is a new single. There was a single last month called Children. There is a single just last week called Africa. And the reason I'm releasing that song called Africa, we made that song, me and my sister, a long time ago. But I felt this was the right time to do it because there's kind of like a positive revolution going on around the world and especially Africa as well. and I wanted we did Africa Day not just long ago in Ireland, so I wanted to release that song to just commemorate and talk about how we can peacefully grow as humans, not just one race. We are all the human race, and then how we can celebrate all the cultures and the colors that we have within our differences and find our similarities so we can come together and unite. So it's this type of things I talk about when I'm performing about peace, love, and the rest. Pursuit of happiness, or finding the happiness, or knowing that you already have the happiness, or you're in the happiness, that type of thing.
That is amazing. That is incredible. I cannot wait to learn and hear more on your upcoming projects. Make sure you keep us here at the J Lounge posted. And yeah, again, I highly encourage my audience. Make sure you follow so you can keep up to date with all the new projects Harris has got going on. All right, going on to the next question. What goals, Harris, do you hope to accomplish in your music career?
For now, I mean, I've been in the music industry for so 20 years or so.
Oh, wow.
Um, I've done, I've, you know, I've done a lot, and I'm very, appreciative of what I've been able to do with the gifts that my creator gave to me, and how I've been able to impact the people that I've been able to impact, because that's the whole reason of me writing or channeling any information, is so somebody out there can listen to it and it can touch them and uplift them. So at the moment, just I'm trying to get back to, don't mind me. I kind of lost the question as I was talking. It happens to me, don't worry. Can you give me that question again,
Oh,
if you
you're
don't mind?
fine. Oh, you're fine. What goals do you hope to accomplish in career? I know you said you've been in the
Uh,
music business for 20 years, but what goals are you still wanting to accomplish that you haven't yet?
Now I know why the question ran away. What
You're
goals do I have to accomplish now? Yeah, I wasn't ready to answer the question first. And this is it for me, because the goals that I set for my life, I am already having them, and I just
oh,
want
love it.
I want the beautiful, joyous life that I have to just continue. I want to maintain this balance of joy, peace, and love. So with music, it's the same thing I have. I don't have any gigantic, huge ambition or anything. I
Mhm.
just want to write my music, enjoy the process, publish it, and take it out there. I would do a little bit of promo myself to push it out there, and if I have my team, they push it out there. So people who may need it, I feel you got to find what you came here to do this world in your own ways, and that's one of my things, is impacting people, uplifting them. So music is one of the things I use to do that. So my goal would be towards that, that my music continues, and then it keeps reaching out to those that are waiting to listen to it. So this is the goal that I have within music, just to continue it,
Mhm.
and that's it. I'm not trying to be the number one seller. I'm not trying to be.
Right,
I
I
just
get
want to
you.
do my music and love and continue enjoying it. That's it. Whichever way it comes.
And honestly, I really do appreciate that because you're right. I mean, music shouldn't be about, the money, the sales. I mean, of course, all that is nice, but it really should just be about making music that connects people, that people can enjoy.
100%. 100%. I mean, the money is important for you to, because a lot of things are there that you have to pay money for. So
Of
you
course.
find the business side of hitting equilibrium. That's important. You're spending, you want to be able to recoup. But that's it. That's, as long as you have that balance, and then the music can keep going. That's it for me.
I completely agree. I completely agree. All right, we just got a couple more questions there left, Harris. Let's go ahead and get through them. Don't want Zoom to kick us off. All right, going on to the next great question. Where are some of your favorite places to perform? You've been in the music business for 20 years, so where are some of your favorite places to perform?
Um, Nigeria. Nigeria is a wonderful place to perform.
I've wanted to go there so
Um,
bad.
yeah, Ireland is good enough, but it's small. But I've done a lot of huge stuff here in Ireland, which is great. Electric Picnic and stuffs like that. Uh, Portugal. There is an Afrobeat
Ooh.
Carnival festival in Portugal that I'm not haven't performed there yet, but I would love to. And then Hawaii, I just love Hawaii. I just love the place. So I happen to do some number there as well.
Oh, those are awesome choices. I don't hear Portugal as an answer for one of the favorite places to perform, so that's refreshing. That's refreshing that Portugal finally got on the map here, because
Good.
I know there's some gorgeous places to perform in Portugal, so I'm glad someone can attest to that. That's awesome.
And
Um,
hey, one more, and
yeah.
Dubai. Dubai.
Oh, oh God, yeah. That Dubai is the epitome of absolute luxury, so I can imagine performing there is
Yeah.
just a one of a kind. I want to go to Dubai. I know people go, really, Dubai? Yes, I want to go to Dubai because for one, there's gorgeous scenery in Dubai, and two, it's Dubai. Hello.
Exactly.
Uh,
Exactly.
thank you. It's Dubai. Hello. So yeah, that's amazing. That is awesome. Going on to the next question. What are some of your passions outside of music?
Outside of music, my passion is let me see. All right, I like to play board game. No, I like to play chess. I like to
Oh
play
yeah.
ping pong. I love ping pong. I play soccer. But my main passion is seeing other human beings finding themselves, finding their
Yeah.
greater self, and having this balance of life where they can actually be peaceful and happy. Once I see that, whoa, wow, so I'm in that race as well. Whatever I can help, I would help somebody out with, as I'm helping myself. I like to see that within myself. So that's what I do with myself and the discipline of myself of finding myself, know thyself. So once I see that in somebody else, so that drives me. That's my passion. I don't know, maybe I'll live about 100 or 150 years, but that will be my core passion. And then other things will come up, and whichever way I get to do that, which music is one of them. Other things is me actually going in the realm of self-help,
Hmm.
because I'm an author, I'm a writer. I'm also an author. I'm a writer, so I write about how you could use your dreams, your actual dreams when you sleep, how you could use that to better yourself, so self-engineer yourself and become a better version. The meanings of dreams and how you could decode it, how you could be lucid in dreams. I also help people to meditate. I'm a meditative coach, so that's one other passion I have. So what else? What else? Any other thing? That's it. That's it. I
I
like to
love
help
that.
people in those terms.
I love that because I'm in the same way. I love seeing people become their full selves. So I completely agree with that. I think that's a beautiful passion to have. I think more people need to be that way. Um, and I love that. I think that's amazing, Harris. I really do. I really do. All right, Harris, going on to the last question here for you. Since you started your career, what's been the best advice you have been given
Hmm. Best advice
since starting your career?
that someone gave me. You
Mm-hmm.
know, not something I just acknowledge from the game as I
Yeah,
was
someone
going
gave you,
forward.
because, people
Someone gave
spread
me.
knowledge all the time.
Yeah, there was once a millionaire that I met
What? Do
in a
tell.
show. Years ago. That was years ago. I was in this music show. I was one of the artists. It was like an exhibition. You meet people in the industry, and I met this dude who liked my stuff. He invited me to his whatnot and his people, and we were talking. We had this whole day, and he dissected me. There was a lot of things then I felt other people needed to do for me. I kept waiting and I felt, if he fails, he fails because it was out of my hands. And he asked me one question. And I came to him with all these questions like, I can't do this, I need that. And
Hmm.
he asked me one question. So I've been looking at you, I've been watching you, I've seen everything. You got all the potential and everything. But what do you do with your day? I'm like, what do you mean? He said, you got 24 hours in a day. What do you use those time to do? And he said, you need to look at that, account for every hour and see that all these things that you're waiting for other people to do, maybe you could do. What are you doing? Which one is more priority for you? Are you really serious? So that got me thinking. That was years ago. I don't know, maybe 15, 13, whatever years ago. But it always got me thinking that this guy's right. I go back home and 5 hours I'm doing something that it's not really going to benefit me for what I say I want. And then I look at myself, I want somebody else to do it for me when I'm able to do it. So I had to change, I had to get myself into that, look at my hours and my time, and started doing those activities, actions that will contribute towards my career or the music. So that's, for me, that's the best one. There's a lot of things you could do if we waste our time a lot. And
We
if we
do.
don't go back and retrace our steps to see how we used it, we may not learn that much, but we could learn other ways. So that's the best advice I got today.
I like that. Honestly, I do. Because we do waste, I mean, sometimes not always intentional, but we do waste a lot of time. We don't really,
Unintentional, yeah.
yeah, we don't really put a lot of thought or a lot of purpose in our time. Um, so I do agree with you on that, we need to, and it's not every day. We're not saying every day make, you know, every moment perfect path with purpose. We're just saying that, if you got a dream that you want to accomplish, you got to make sure that you're doing something each day to get yourself closer to that goal or to that dream.
100%,
I agree with
100%.
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
If
just to
you're, mhm,
go, just to actualize yourself. I
yep,
just put a little bit of time for that specific thing that you're looking to grow. Once you
exactly.
put some time in there, you even though it's little by little, but you do something. You know,
Yes,
do
exactly.
something.
If
Yeah.
you're an actor, go to every single audition. If one of your friends is like, hey, I'm shooting this short film, get into it, volunteer yourself, do whatever you have to do to get yourself closer to your goal because it's only
Yeah.
going to help you in the end. Same with musicians. If you're a music or singer, go outside to places. I mean, I know people go find it weird, but New York has street performers all the time. That's how they get discovered. That's how they get the record deals because they're showing their music to people on a daily basis. So it's what you got to do to, get your music or get your dream out there. So I completely agree with that advice. I think that's really good advice. And coming from a millionaire, he obviously used his time well, so
Yeah, exactly. It
he
had to
knows what he's
prove, it had
talking
to
about.
refute. It had to refute. So I had to listen to it. I mean,
You're
and
right.
it's not even a do or die thing. It's not like a do or die thing. Of course, you need your time for play and
Of
unwind and all that type
course.
of stuff. But you could get lost in transition of all the play, and
Yep.
2 weeks has gone by. You've done nothing on something that you said you wanted to do. So
Exactly. Oh,
it's
exactly.
finding that mind frame to actually just do maybe one thing in one week, even.
Exactly. It's finding the mind frame and the balance, right? You always got to have balance with everything. As you said, make sure you have time to, work hard and play hard, but make sure that you're also making intentional steps towards a goal that you have.
Yeah,
And if you don't have a goal or if you're still trying to figure out that goal, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to have anything figured out within the first few minutes. It can take as long as you want. But when you get that goal in mind, start little by little working towards that goal. Little by little, doesn't have to be any big steps. Small steps are just as good. Just make sure you're
100%.
taking a step. So it's important. It is important. Oh, Harris, I really enjoyed our conversation today. You are right. You have exactly a clear vision of what you want your music to be, of how you want to present that music. and your goals. I do appreciate, you're a refreshing artist to speak with. It's good to speak with an artist that's not about the breaking the records or all kind of stuff like that. You're about the music, and I can tell that you're about the music.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Of course, I want to thank my special guest Harris for joining in for me today. I also want to thank everyone for listening. I highly want to encourage my audience. Make sure you're going to social media. We're following Harris. We're streaming his music. We want to see more of him. Make sure you drop a follow, a like, and say hi, but make sure you're streaming his music. Of course, you guys know I have been the hostess with the mostest, Miss J, aka Miss Simone Jackson. I will be back to bring you guys another wonderful episode of the G Lounge here soon. Till then, again, I want to thank my guests one more time. I want to thank everyone for listening. And until then, I will be back. Bye.